I'm Kimberly of Happy Gals Vintage. Thank you for tuning in today to our newest video in our series of videos about how to be happy. And today I am in, of all places, my bathroom. And the reason is that I want to talk about crystal healing saltwater baths. Now, this is a sort of fun spa treatment that you can give yourself in your own home whenever you want, just to make yourself feel really good, really relaxed and pampered and happy. And this is something that I do about once a month, sometimes twice a month, whenever I need it, just to unwind and feel good again. Now, the first thing that you need to do in order to have a good crystal healing saltwater bath is to find a little time to yourself. And I know that can be difficult sometimes. My kids are getting older now. I have a 16-year-old and a 20-year-old, so they don't need me quite as much as they used to need me. However, I do remember when they were really little, and I would just try to go in the bathroom just for 5 minutes, just use the bathroom, and I would close the door, and they would both be outside the door, and our two dogs would be outside the door, and they would be, "Mommy, Mommy," and crying and scratching and whining because they wanted me with them, and they didn't want me away from them for even 2 minutes. So I understand that it can be difficult at times to get time to yourself, but it's so worth it. So if you can have even a half an hour just to unwind and have a little time, I think it's really beneficial, and it'll make you a better mom or a better dad or whatever you have to do in your life, whoever's depending on you to be a certain way. It'll make you better at that if you do get a little time to yourself once in a while. So once you do have the time and you can close the door and be alone, then you want to run a nice bath, whatever temperature you like, something that's going to be the most relaxing to you. Now for me, that's pretty hot. I like a really warm bath, and I live in Vermont where it's cold outside many months of the year, so I like to really warm up in a nice hot bath. But you do what's going to be the most relaxing to you. So if you live down south and it's always hot, maybe a cool bath will feel better. But it has to have a certain level of warmth because you are going to be adding a salt which you want to dissolve into the water. So there are different kinds of salt that you can use. My favorite is just a coarse sea salt. You can get this at the grocery store or the dollar store. It's very affordable, and I usually use about 1/4 cup of salt in the bath. So as the bath water is running, you can just pour that 1/4 cup right under the faucet as the water's coming out. You use your hand to sort of mix it around, and you'll find that it will dissolve fairly quickly. Other salts that you can use, I got this Himalayan pink salt recently that is really nice. It has more minerals, and I actually got this at the dollar store, but you could probably also get fancier salts at like your local co-op. This just adds a little bit of a different aspect to the saltwater bath. So you could add this in addition to the sea salt or instead of the sea salt. And then Epsom salts are nice to add if you have any kind of sore muscles, a sore back, if you're stiff. You can add another 1/4 cup of Epsom salts in as well as with the sea salt. Some people will take just an Epsom salt bath, and that is nice. However, the sea salt, we want to use the sea salt because the salt actually absorbs negativity, emotional and spiritual negativity. It draws that out of us into the salt. And it also is a cleansing, purifying to our bodies as well. Now, a lot of people love to go to the ocean, and a lot of people like to swim in the ocean, and that is because of all the salt that is in the water, and also just the negative ionic charge of the large body of water that is the ocean as well. So water is really beneficial to us and therapeutic to us in a lot of ways, and especially salt water. When you are in a saltwater bath, the water feels a little softer than normal. You'll feel a little more buoyant in the salt water, And you know, we have a lot of salt water within our bodies, right? If you ever cry, you'll notice that your tears are salty. So it just is a natural environment for us to be in salt water. It's very relaxing. Now, the next aspect of a crystal healing saltwater bath is crystals. And you can use whichever kind of crystals you like. I have a set of crystals that I keep in my bathroom of several different types of crystals that are special to me, that I use for my own bath. And I will actually put them in the bottom of the tub in sort of a formation, a circle, or sometimes I'll put them around me. And the energies of the crystals permeate the water and add to that relaxation and that uplifting feeling of my bath. And they're just beautiful to look at as well. And you can use different types of crystals to have different types of energies in your bath. So for instance, rose quartz is for love and self-acceptance. So if you want to sort of boost your own feelings of love for yourself, of morale, and actually love for everyone and for the world, you could use rose quartz in your bath. So one or a few rose quartz crystals in your bath. Another crystal that I don't have here in my collection is an amethyst. So those are the purple crystals, and that's a really good crystal for relaxation, for unwinding, for reducing anxiety, for acceptance. So you might want to take an amethyst bath. I have sunstone, which is actually a happy crystal, which means that it increases happiness and contentment. So if you just are looking for something to uplift you, for you to feel a little more lighthearted, maybe you want to take a sunstone bath. So there could be a lot of different options for you there as far as what type of crystals you want to use. For me, like I said, I like to use a variety of crystals. So salt and crystals and water are the main ingredients of having a saltwater crystal bath. That's all you really need. However, there are things that you can add to make it even more of a relaxing sort of spa kind of experience. Now, I really like candles because they really change the whole mood, the whole atmosphere of any situation, really, but especially ones where you really just want to relax. I have this little candle holder that actually has 5 candles, but you don't need to get this fancy. These are, I believe these are Yankee candles, so they have a really nice scent. They're lavender. I really like the scent of lavender. You could do a different kind of a candle. You could just do one candle, scented or not scented, whatever is going to make you feel the most relaxed. It's going to make you the most happy. But you should have at least one candle, because what the candle enables you to do is, as you lean back to relax in your bath, you can focus your attention on the candle flame and let all the other cares and worries of your day just melt away, and just focus on the candle and breathe in and breathe out and relax in the warm water. Let all the tension just drain out of your body into the salt water. Another nice little perk that you could add is incense. Incense, again, is going to change the overall experience by adding in your sense of smell, right? And there's different kinds of incense that you can get. I really like white sage incense. The white sage plant is a holy plant of the Native American cultures, and they believe that it clears negative energies from your environment. So again, with my bath, I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to leave all the negativity of my day and let it drain away from me, right, into the water. And so I like to light a little bit of white sage incense just to help that whole process. Or if white sage is not your thing, you could do a different type of incense. There's all different scents. This one is jasmine or lavender. Those are a couple of my favorite scents that I really like. And again, this is really affordable. These incense You can get super expensive incense. However, these I think I just paid $1 or $2 a piece for, and there's several sticks in each box, so that it lasts a really long time. And if you're like me, where you only light the incense for a little while, the stick lasts several baths. Now, a couple other things that you might want to add to your bath. You might want to add essential oils. Now, I really like lavender. Again, I've talked about lavender before, I believe, and I just was talking about my lavender candles, the lavender incense. Lavender is just one of my very favorite plants and one of my very favorite scents. You can get a little bottle of essential oil of lavender like this. This is the concentrated oil from the lavender flowers. And I think this is a half ounce bottle, a 0.5 ounce bottle of lavender essential oil. I think this was about $12, so it's not exactly cheap, right? However, you only use a drop or two in a bath, so this is going to last me a really long time. So for me, it's worth it. It may not be for you. However, it smells really amazing. Oh, wow. It's really great. And there's other essential oils. Lavender is a very benign essential oil, so you can put it directly on your skin. You can put it directly, just drop by drop, into a bath, and it won't irritate your skin in any way. However, there are other essential oils that are not the same, that you would actually need to dilute them in a carrier oil. Something like a canola oil or a sunflower oil actually is really nice. So you take like a tablespoon of sunflower oil, add a couple of drops of your essential oil, mix it together a little bit, and then put it into your bath. So one of the important aspects of having a spa experience is sort of engaging as many of your senses as you can, right? So you have your sense of touch and feeling from the water, from the smoothness of the water, the heat of the water. You have your sense of sight when you are looking at your beautiful candles lit and glowing, and your beautiful colorful crystals that you're putting into the water. You have your sense of smell from the aroma of your candles, if you have scented candles, and the aroma of your incense that you light that's in a scent that you really like. You also might want to find a way to incorporate your sense of taste. And no, I don't want you to drink your bath water. I was thinking maybe a cup of tea. And if you have watched my channel here on YouTube, you know that I love tea. I have a whole video just about tea. But I highly recommend that you brew yourself a nice cup of your favorite tea before you take the bath, and bring it in and have it on the side of the tub with you, so that you can just sip and enjoy warmth on the outside of your body as well as the inside of your body. And this is a chamomile with lavender. Again, here we are with the lavender again. But you can do any type of tea that you like, preferably an herbal tea that doesn't have a lot of caffeine, because the whole point of this bath is to relax and sort of let tension go, and caffeine tends to sort of wind us up. And that's not the goal of this type of a bath. This is not directly related to the bath. However, it is something that I want to talk about a little bit anyway. This is one of my aloe plants. I have several aloe plants in my house. Aloe vera plants are great because they purify the air. A plant this size, I think, purifies something like 20 to 30 square feet of air in your house of toxins. So I like to have at least a couple aloes in my bathroom all the time. They're pretty easy to take care of. They definitely do need light. They need to be next to a window where they can get light most of the day. It doesn't have to be super strong or super direct light, but they do need light. And they need to get watered usually once a week. If you're in a climate that is really wet, really humid, every other week. And you just water them and let the water run through. Don't let them sit in any water down in their tray, right? Let them completely drain, and then just leave them, and they add beauty to whatever room they're in. But again, like I said, they purify the air too. And for me, living in Vermont, where it's cold a lot of the year, and we have to have the house kind of closed up, and we don't get a lot of fresh air, plants are super important. So you might want to add some plants sort of around the bath while you're taking your saltwater crystal healing bath. And I will probably do a whole video just on plants in the future and how plants can add happiness to our lives as well, because I really believe that they can and do, and I love plants. You might want to use some kind of music. There are lots of different types of relaxing, sort of spa, environmental types of music that can relax you. If you've ever gone and had a professional massage or gone to a spa, you know they always have this really amazing music in the background playing. And you can easily find music like that here on YouTube or iTunes or whatever. Or you probably already have a favorite music that you really like. But again, we're adding in another sense, right? So the sense of hearing. Now clearly this bath is not about actually bathing that much, right? It's really about just the experience of relaxing and letting go and meditating and having time to ourselves and pampering ourselves. And after you're all done and you get out of your bath, you know, you've been soaking for a while in salt water, you might want to moisturize. I like to just use like a soothing sort of aloe vera gel lotion. Aloe vera, I was talking about the aloe vera plants earlier. There's a gel inside their leaves that is actually incredibly healing to skin. And there's different lotions that you can get that have aloe vera in them. You can actually also just cut a leaf right off the aloe vera plant, and if you have a burn, you can put it right on that, a sunburn or another type of burn, and it'll heal, your skin will heal much faster than if you don't apply aloe vera. So we're coming to the end of this video now, but I want to thank you for watching. I hope you will try your own crystal healing saltwater bath very soon, because I think you're going to love it. And if you liked watching this video, I hope you'll click the like button for me. It really helps me out. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed watching this video. We have a whole bunch of more videos coming up about how to be happy. I have all kinds of ideas of fun things I want to share with you. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.